Gamers, welcome, gamers. It's hold on. Gamers, wait a minute. I have to turn this on. Gamers, welcome, one and all, to today's stream. Well, I had very little preparation, but I do have some preparations, things ready. But yeah. Hello, in a deep voice. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and today I'm a fish. Yeah. I just woke up in deep voice. I just woke up. Well, very good. Well, is everybody ready for a stream? Among Us. Among Us. Well, okay. Okay. Let me get the music started up. Where is it? Lately I've had to use my mouse with my left hand because I'm a cool gamer and I do very gaming things. And one of those is being ambidextrous with a mouse. Because I draw right-handed, right? Right. And I need to zoom in on the canvas with this tiny little mouse, by the way. Look how small that is. See that? It's like a little toy, almost. I forgot to turn this on. There we go. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Welcome to today's stream. Today, we're drawing, some Arknights Endfield fan art, because, okay, this is like the YouTuber intro. I'm hoping I can turn at least some of this into a YouTube video. So Arknights Endfield recently came out, and actually it came out yesterday, worldwide, and I played it on my Steam Deck. I got it working on the Steam Deck. I know I'm not the first person in the world to get it working on the Steam Deck, but I got it working and it runs very well, and I've been enjoying it. So today we're going to be drawing, hopefully, we're going to be drawing Chen, I think, from Arknights Endfield. I've been waiting a while for this game to come out, so I'm excited to draw something today. I don't know, but I saw the mouse as a bread. It's like, look at that. It's. I had to get a new one that was wireless, but look how tiny this is. Tiny mouse. Anyway, also, you know, lately I've been going to bookstores, trying to find books from, you know, my childhood. You know, that I would read when I was a little kid back in Germany. And I actually found one at a bookstore not too long ago. And, you know, it's a really... I think it's really good for children to read this book. Yeah. This is a bit, if you haven't noticed. Of course I didn't read the Oxford Dictionary of Psychology, 2006 edition, when I was a child. It's a joke. Yeah, Joe need to be on always. Yeah, I mean, it's a part of it now, I guess. Okay, so today I have these little sketches planned here, as you can see. So this is, are you trying to be a doctor with a thick psychology book? No. No, I don't think so. But, you know, since I'm writing, like, horror and stuff, I thought I would pick up a book about psychology and, you know, just get a feel for it. We need a Deku X Joe drawing. You mean like my dog? I need to draw my dog? That would be funny. That would be cute. Anyway, I have two sketch compositions laid out here. So we have one where Chen is like crossing her arms on number 2 here, and then at number 1 it's just like her with the sword like that. So I want you guys to choose which one it is. Which one are we drawing? Can you involve your dog in streams today? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because last time I brought him up on stream, he was just sitting outside my the door to my studio. And I was just like, come on. I'll bring you in. For 5 seconds. The second one, okay, from Honored One on Twitch, we have the second one voted. So that's 1 vote for the second one. I mean, draw him. Maybe, who knows? The book that every kid wants, Psychology. Yeah, it's a bit. Okay, what do you guys on YouTube think? Number 1 composition or number 2 composition? It'll be the same character either way. Let me see real quick. While we're doing this, I think there's like a reference kind of thing. Number 2, okay. That's 2 for number 2. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. Okay. Is there like a reference thing here? Reference window type of deal? What character are you drawing? Not that. This character. This is Chen from the game Arknights Endfield. That is not Chen. This is Chen. We're drawing her. Because I started playing the game yesterday. And I really like her design. It was a 50-50. I was either going to draw Perlica. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because I turned the volume off for the game. But yes, I chose this one. And I remember I need to keep this window open. So most of you are voting for number 2. Okay. Well, number 2 it is then. Okay, then 1. Well, that's 2 to 1. That's 2 to 1. And also, I think I might try and draw an emote today. So I have my art references folder. It should be here. I found this meme of a crocodile, and it should be in here, right? No, not in here. Oh, there it is. Here he is. That's funny. This one's funny. Look at this. Look. Look at this. Draw more than 1 emote. Like, I don't have any ideas for emotes. I don't know what to draw. I don't have any ideas because all the good emotes are like, I don't know. I really don't have many reactions that I can't think of. But yeah, this will definitely be an emote. This is funny. I found this funny. There are a ton of ideas. Not I'd win mushroom. Well, it needs to be small. It needs to be small enough to be an emote. I think we may start with this emote. Okay, how do I bring up a reference window? A reference window? Search layer. No. Workspace. Canvas. Okay. There's the navigation tool here, but you can draw yes saying fungus and fungus saying no as emotes. I mean, yeah, I guess I could. Alright, real quick, I'm just going to save this as a JPEG just in case something happens here. So we're going to call this don't misspell it. 01, yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's see if we can do an emote here. I want to do that little crocodile, though. Like, I don't get the whole deal with... about, you know, having tons and tons and tons and tons of emotes. Like, alright, I'm gonna have to put this on the second monitor. Over you go. This is such a funny photo. Alright, so he has a little bit of a... Hi, synth. I'm just gonna say synth. Because I'm dyslexic and I'm not gonna read. So we're just gonna give him, you know, like the... This is such a funny... Okay, I'm thinking I should draw it as the alligator, but still have it as the mushroom. Or is this like a crocodile? I'm not very well versed in the world of reptiles. I don't get the need for millions of emotes either. Yeah, it's like... I already have plenty of work to do, and I don't need to think about extra emotes. That's the last thing I need to be thinking about. But I can do this one emote very quickly. Alright, well, then we're gonna have... This is gonna look so messed up, but I think it'll work. Maybe. Oh, and we're taking it slow today. We're painting. We're doing a full-on painting when we get to the final... You know, to the actual artwork that I was planning to do today. Not just this silly meme. Okay, I don't want to do the little parts there. Take this and bring it down. I really don't know how crocodiles work. Fat little arm here. This is gonna look so messed up, man. This is gonna look so bad. Bad in a good way, I mean, you know. He's looking more like a dinosaur every minute. Looks like Jurassic Park's gonna storm in and tell me how it is. Let's move this a little bit. And I do have a plan for today's stream, so we're not going to be able to dilly-dally around with silly little emotes the whole time. It's going to look so bad. Like, what would you even call this emote? What would you even begin to call this? Where do I start? Good boy fungus? I don't look like this. Believe it or not, I don't look like this. Okay, I'm just gonna use this pen here. I'm going to use relatively thick line art. Like, yes, I will that thing, then send this emote. What? I will do that thing. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Makes more sense now. Oops. A little bit big there. I mean, he does look kind of happy. And if you're wondering, yes, this is about how quickly I work on manga as well. He looks like he's like wearing a sombrero. Maybe not have his gut look like that. Not quite like that. This is my new profile picture. I mean, I know it looks like crap now, but wait till you see it later. Okay, I think I can use the fill tool to just do this. I can indeed not fill it. Oh, there we go. Yes, I was right. Okay. I think the point of emotes is that they look kind of bad. Right? Or is that just me being copium? Huh? Alright, I'm gonna make this as big as possible. No, that's just you being lazy to draw emotes. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. All emotes need to do is express emotion they're trying to achieve, or something like that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And this won't even be that big. Think about it for a second. It won't even be that large on your screen. Okay. I think that's done. Save as. We're going to save this to Twitch emotes as a PNG. We're going to call it Deku. What are we calling this thing? What are we calling it? I don't even know. Remember, kids, hydrate, drink water. Drink water. I'm just gonna call it fat for now. Just thud. I mean, that is funny. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm not gonna upload them now. I'll upload it after stream. Okay, number 2 it is. Call him good boy. I mean, I don't think that emote really evokes a sense of good boy. More light. I need more of it. My camera just froze because the connection is shite. Please. Okay, there we go. Now it works. Now it works like a charm. Bring that up just a little. If you notice, I changed the positioning of my camera and the size a little bit. Alright, so we got number 2 here. Now let's make a new file. What resolution are we doing? We could, I'm saying we could, do 4K, but that will probably crash everything I ever known. So we're going this resolution. But doubled. We'll just do 2000. $2,700. 160. 160. Yeah. Hey, your boy can actually do math. I hate math. I hate numbers. Okay. So, my thought here is that we take this, we put it here, and then we change the size like this, right? Then we have the reference for our reference. And something we could also do is go here, right? Okay, so I'm there. I am going to import an image of Chen. Our references, we're just going to go with that one. Okay, that's very large. Alright, just going to go like that. There we go. So now we have a high quality reference there. And also, we have our high quality drawing surface here. That makes me very happy. Leave it to me to figure out the jankiest and possibly worst way of doing anything. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so we're doing this pose. So I'm just going to use very quick block in for this to begin with. And then we're going to progress from there. Kind of want to put the arms up like, you know, at an angle like this rather than just straight like that because the arms are crossed. There's the arm, there's that. Has anyone here played Arknights Endfield? Yet, and or at all? Like, I've played quite a few gacha games in my day. And I have to say that, you know, Arknights Endfield is good. I like it. It's fun. Okay, horns here. Then hair here. Yes, I know it's a very beautiful drawing. Then we need the sword mounted here. Maybe shove it off to the side a little bit. Okay. I think that's about right. That's about good. We need to take the head and offset it a little bit, like this. I think it's because I have two things on screen at the same time. I think that could be part of the problem here. Okay, I'm going to close this out. And then I'm going to have the reference for her over on the second screen. Okay. I think this is looking okay as far as mid-tier sketches go. Now we need to do a secondary sketch where we put a little more care into the overall quality. Okay. Okay, I'd rather restart with that. Man, I remember I used to struggle with circles so much I'd go, oh no, that was not perfect. I need to undo. You know, it was really weird early on doing literally anything while drawing. And I tried drawing with my left hand, not yesterday, the other day. And it was equally as weird feeling. You know, it gave me that feeling of, wow, I just started drawing and I'm not good whatsoever. And that was fun. Okay. Starting to understand the pose a little better. See, as I draw, I understand the pose more and more. I think the head needs to be a little bit further back. Something like that. That's not right. See, like that, and kind of like that. I feel like something's off here. I feel the distance between the torso and the hips is a little bit too close. Nope, not like that. That was a bit too... Alright. digital art, where you can take the most basic of sketches and later make it good. I kind of like that about it. You know, now that I'm actually using a display tablet, it is much more comfortable and much more intuitive. It's just much betterer, okay? It's betterer. For the non-English speakers, which I'm guessing none of you are non-English speaking because you're listening to me right now. Betterer is not even a word. It is only a word in the sense of comedic effect. Now, of course, this isn't the final sketch. This is just one of many. Okay, let's look at this outfit here. Kind of has like a short jacket. First of all, it has like the thing there. A very puffy jacket. So kind of need to... Next photo. Okay, so she has sleeves here. Very large sleeves. And then kind of puffy at the start and then tapers off a little bit. Okay. And of course she has gloves, but also she has like this shirt here. Little stripes. Or racing stripes. Meow. And she kind of has a skirt that sort of wraps around the stomach area. Hi, Dean. Hi. You know, my name is kind of well known, so it's not well known, but anybody who read the manga would know my name. Because it's literally on the front of the box. It's the first thing you look at. Alright, dress is here. And Hyacinth. Yeah. I'm glad a lot of people are here. I know... what do I know? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever I was going to say, don't listen to me. A little extra part here, and then there's the real dress under there. I still have not saved, you know? I'm really bad with that. Do you guys remember to tell me to save? Or remind me to save. This is going to be Arknights, Endfield. Wait a minute. Endfield. I know it's Arknights one word, but this is a better abbreviation. Arknights, Endfield, Chen. That's her name. I keep forgetting. Art. Boom. And then she has like the jacket. Okay, how are we feeling about this so far? And then she has like these little patterns and things on there. We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get there. Eventually. Also has like dangly little tassels and things. But that's not ultra important right now. Save. Okay. Don't delete it. Just hide it. Would you guys like if I released a Photoshop file and then y'all could go through the layers and see what a mess it is? Would y'all find that fun or amusing or entertaining or whatnot? Alright, I need to make it do the funny hair thing and blow in the wind. Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. It's shorter than the length of the ads, so I'll be right back. Literally faster than 30 seconds. I lied. It wasn't 30 seconds. It was more like 5. Anyway. Okay, so this cleanup sketch isn't any cleaner, so I think we're going to clean it up a little bit so it's a little cleaner to look at. And a little clean. Anyway, Anas, how's things been? How's everybody doing? Spirally patterns, and then there. Okay. I think this is a good baseline to make another sketch on top of this to work off of. So we started with that. Then we got that. And then we have nothing. This is one of those artworks that calls for folders. Sketches. Let's put another one in there. And then we're going to hide this one and make this one colorful and interesting and cool and awesome. No, I don't use that one anymore. Only for like effects, but I don't use it anymore. I use this one quite a bit. I think I'm gonna use this paintbrush to do a lot of work for this artwork. You see, in my head, when I'm drawing digitally, it's like I'm building an artwork. I'm not simply drawing one. I'm kind of building it, you know, developing it in ways, and then, you know, building it out as I go along. So it's a very interesting thing here. Alright, this needs eyelashes. I think it's going to take it like that. Now we need to do the flip the canvas. Okay, it's not that bad. Not that overwhelmingly bad. I think we're going to use the liquefy tool, which is a bit risky if I'm being honest on stream. Because my PC... My brother showed me a Minecraft meme. It was a guy, he was like mining lapis, you know, in the mining game. Which I'm pretty sure I will play on stream again someday. You know, that would be fun. But next time it would be with like another streamer or something. And he's like mining the lapis. And I think he has like fortune on the pickaxe. I think it's called fortune. I'm pretty sure it's called fortune. And there's like a million pieces of lapis spring out from this one vein of ore. And he's like, oh no, my PC! And the frames just drop. No, they don't drop. They don't exist. Maybe when I make my server, you will join. Oh, you're making a Minecraft server. That is cool. Yeah, maybe. And I disconnected again. Is that my stream? Is there something up with my stream, or is that your internet? Is that a me problem, or is that a you problem? Because my internet back here is pretty okay. My only problem with Clip Studio is that the zooming is quite slow. I twitch now. Alright, good. Yeah, maybe Twitch is better because then you can get the, you know, the channel point redeems and stuff. Oh, I know that. That means 25, fortune 255. That's max fortune. I can make it better. I can do better. I need a weapon. Okay, I'm gonna put the little... The zooming is very slow on Clip Studio. That's my only problem with it. And of course, it is a totally goated art software. And it's great, and I'm never... Well, never say never, right? But I'm planning on never switching back to Krita. Like, there's a lot of features here that I wouldn't say I can't live without, but I will say are pretty life-changing. They're pretty great. No, you can't. That's the max in the code. I will go beyond the code. I will go beyond anything to make it better. I need to make a better weapon. I need a weapon. I need a better weapon. Okay, so to start, she has like bangs coming like this. And I'll just be generous and give her that one little strand of hair on top, because I love drawing that. I think that adds a lot to a character, at least personally. So I don't know if I brought this up on stream last time, but I beat the second scenario, the second what's it called, the second campaign for Nier Automata, and I'm currently playing the third campaign, and it is pretty goated. I'm gonna say it. It's good. Did it win Game of the Year 2017? I don't remember. I think it did. I'm pretty sure it did win Game of the Year. Of old, 20 of 017. 07. 07's in chat for Final Fantasy 15 not winning Game of the Year in 2016. Instead, they gave it to Overwatch, which is kind of disappointing. Because, like, yeah, I'm sure Overwatch is a great game if you could play it, but, like, I don't think it's Game of the Year worthy. Or is it? I don't play Overwatch. I never played Overwatch. I heard Overwatch 2 was absolute garbage, though. Telephone? What does telephone say? Oh. It's just YouTube being insanely late in saying that I'm live. It's like, I've been live for almost an hour now, and it's like, hey, dude, did you see? You're live! Did you know that? Why did the sound not play? Did the sound play? Yeah, now the sound plays. Dude, did you know that you're live? That's crazy, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting right here for like over an hour. Almost an hour. But yeah, yesterday I was on Twitch looking to see if anybody was playing Arknights Endfield day one of the worldwide release, and like none of the big streamers were playing it. Like, sure, it's probably maybe a little bit too niche for big streamers like that. I don't know. But I was like, damn, they are sleeping on it. And yeah, of course, I'm the Steam Deck guy, so I installed it on my Steam Deck. And it works, I can confirm. I was going to make a short about it, but then I saw lots of other people had made basically the same idea before me. So, that was swiftly cancelled. But I could still release it, you know. It wasn't edited or anything, it was just me saying, yo, look at this Arknights Endfield on Steam Deck. It worked. And it worked good. Like, of course you need to take everything and set it down to the lowest possible settings. Except anisotropic filtering. That always needs to go to the top. Because that make game run good. At least in my experience. But, I almost reached for the Stream Deck to get my pen. But yeah. Maybe this sketch is a little bit too rough. Okay, let's go back to basics and look at the overall shape of this. ROG Ally Nerd. Steam Deck. Bro, Nintendo Switch Goblin. Oh, I get what you mean, I get what you mean. My camera stopped working. Yep, camera, you are APOS. And that doesn't stand for pretty old system. Okay, so first of all, there's like a open spot here for some reason. Like, sure, okay. Then we have 4 little thingamadoodles. Let's add a little bit more detail to those. Next is like the... Okay, so she has like these cuffs. First of all, she's wearing gloves, which makes me happy. Because glove mean I don't need to draw an awful lot. Well, it means I don't need to do skin tone fingers. And anytime I don't need to draw fingers, it's a happy day. And that's not actually true, because hands, for me at least, are quite fun to draw. But you know, I also kind of hate myself, so I guess that's the only reason why it's fun. I'm also kidding about that. Do I make too many jokes that just aren't funny? Serious answers only, by the way. I'm just going to add some miscellaneous finger details here. But she is wearing full gloves, so I'm just going to have to put glove details in there later. Okay, she has like this big plate here on her jacket. The jacket needs to be kind of curved because chest. The shoulders need to be rounded. So I was playing Metal Gear Solid yesterday, right? The classic 1998 Metal Gear Solid. And, you know, I love the Metal Gear Solid games. They're great. But the thing is, I was playing it and I was sitting there watching this cutscene. You know, it was a conversation between, like, the Colonel and Snake, you know, classic Metal Gear shenanigans. And I was sitting there, and it's like 20 minutes for this cutscene, and I'm like, brother, 20-minute cutscenes. There's, you know, I beat Metal Gear Solid 3 last year, right? And it took me 16 hours to play through the game, and cutscenes count for that final time taken to play the game, right? And I was like, yeah, I bet like 8 hours out of those 16 hours, 8 out of those 16 hours was just purely spent watching cutscenes. I guarantee it. Like, someone made a compilation of all the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 4. And it's like 7 hours long for just cutscenes. Like, I love the Metal Gear games. They're really fun and stuff. But, like, sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming with how Metal Gear be. You know, it's just like, damn. Good luck trying to follow whatever is going on in the story, because you're definitely not going to get it the first time around. And that's how he does it. Kojima makes games that are overwhelming, so you don't understand it and think, oh, this guy must be a genius. And then you play it again and again and again and again, trying to find out what it means. That's his actual secret sauce. And you heard it here first. And you know, anything I say is true. Need to make the shirt. I'm starting to discover something here. Alright. Need to bring that in a little. Well, not just a little, like a lot. And believe me, there's going to be a lot of mistakes on this stream. Lots of mistakes with the anatomy and things like that. But that's kind of part of it. Because of how art be. Okay. I guess liquefy is a real lifesaver in this case. And I'm not talking about the candy. Because you get to just redo any mistake you made. You get to redo it instantly. And that applies to digital as well, just as a whole. Okay, I think it is connected, maybe. Is it? I'm looking at multiple pictures here. And I'm getting lots of varied results. Don't know. I'll just go with the design that I like the most. I'll make the sleeves stick out extra. Just so there's that little bit of like sympathetic movement to it, which technically doesn't count with still images, but it kind of gives it a bit of a more, you know what I mean, a bit of a better. Then right here, there's like like this. Zoom it out, zoom it out. Okay. You know what I don't realize? What I just realized in this very moment? That like every moment that I'm sitting here, y'all are just watching my face. Y'all can just sit here and watch my face. That is crazy. That follows through and it works. So let's do the main strand here. Then we'll have offshoots, not that thick of offshoots. Is that about right? I think that's about right. Maybe? Who knows? I haven't saved. I didn't save that whole time. That was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway, so I think I said at the end of last stream, or just last stream in general, that I have switched over from making my manga traditionally, or just doing more drawing traditionally, to digital. Now this isn't a full-on like, oh, traditional can go kick rocks, digital is the king, you know. That's not what it is. This is more of a because of health and because of like, I don't know, I guess like efficiency. Because I can just, if I don't like something on a manga page, I can just very quickly go out of my way and go like that, done. You know, get out of here. So yeah, so streams from now on are going to be like mostly digital. Of course, I do want to do a big painting stream. I am thinking about doing a big painting one of these days. One of these dang old days. But you know, I'll have to see what I can do. And I'm also working on another manga project. It's not like I'm giving up on Saburo. I'm not doing that. Not at all, actually. I'm actually writing a new manga story, which is for like a contest type of thing. So I don't know if I'll make it to the contest because it's like less than 2 months. But I've been making some progress on it. And yeah, so everything is going very smoothly. 1 second. Whoa. Need to give the old neck a crack. Okay, let's look at it flipped. Not as bad as I thought it would be. But the eyes definitely need a little bit of repositioning here. Now the eyes look messed up this way. Oh wait, that is flipped. That's normal. That's flipped. Okay, we're gonna take this arm, bring it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Should I add the sword or nah? Because I think either is fine. I don't think it would make that big of a difference if I did or didn't. Control S. There we go. Okay, let's look at her hairstyle once again. Once again. Okay, so there's a lot more hair sticking out like this that I didn't notice from the 3D render, because I'm looking at like key art and concept art and screenshots from the game, and I'm getting a lot of conflicting information here. So I can't quite figure out which one is true, which one's false. Okay, I need to change that strand of hair up here to something that looks more like that. But yeah, I would show y'all Arknights Endfield running on the Steam Deck, but I don't have the Steam Deck right now, and it'll take a while for that to boot up. I did have a little bit of difficulty getting my account set up, though. I did pre-register for the game, which is cool, so I don't know if there's like a list of people who pre-registered, because there was 35 million players that pre-registered for it. But if there is, then I'm somewhere on that list. But yeah, I had a little bit of difficulty with that on the Steam Deck, so I had to go get my phone and try to make, register with the account thing there, and then it was weird. But it eventually worked, so there's no issues now. But yeah, the game isn't even intended to be played on the Steam Deck, but I got it working somehow because I'm that guy. I am that guy. Okay, so I want to look at the pattern that she has on the skirt here, and also the other miscellaneous details that we need to get in here. Hold on. Oh, my camera died too because I bumped it. Beautiful. Okay, hold on. I don't know what's more important, the camera or looking at what's going on with my phone. Okay. Everything's fine. Okay. Reference, please. There we go. So there's like this little square in the center. And then swirling things. Cool swirling designs. Goes up here. Okay. And they're like, not block designs, but they're kind of blocky looking a little. So, whenever I get around to that, you know, if you're streaming and you're drawing like fan art, just draw like gacha game fan art. Gacha game characters, like Genshin, or Honkai, or Zenless Zone Zero. You know, whatever. Because those character designs are complex, and they will keep you there for frickin' 50 hours. It means you can stall for time. I'm just kidding. I like doing things quickly. You know, artworks. But when I'm streaming, I like to go a little bit slower. Because I'm just too damn fast. So, she has like very triangular buckles and stuff. A big one here. Or like any Japanese RPG, JRPG characters. Because they all have either very complex designs or very interesting designs that you'll be there for a millennia. Okay. Alright, there's another little... Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. A little tag thing here. Then there's more swirling things coming up from here. And then more that kind of connect there. Very interesting. Now, I just like character design because the things that go into making these characters is interesting. Okay, we need black. Straight black. Okay, I need to bring this down a little. Oh, that's better. Maybe not. Yeah, that's good. What am I missing? Hair details? Good. Maybe if I brought the eyes down a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Bring the eyes down a little. The I'm cute meme. You know that one? The anime girl with the massive eyes, like this. Thought I was gonna say something else, didn't you? Like her head was here. Oh jeez. Head is like here, and then the eyes are like this, and they're like wall-eyed. It's the old meme from that anime. The eyes were like a mile apart. That's honestly kind of funny looking on its own. What is that? I did not want a ruler tool. Bring the eyes down just a little. Okay. Okay, bring this down a little. That's probably the word of the stream today. Bring this down a little. But yes, I am using PCAT's brush, so the streamer that we actually raided into the other day, I'm using her brush that she made because I wanted to try it out, and it's actually really good. No surprises there. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but when I draw on the tablet, it makes a nice sound. Can y'all hear that? I have no idea if y'all could hear that, but it sounded nice though. Doesn't sound bad. Bring this a little closer to me. You know, I had a backup artwork that I sketched yesterday just in case I ran out of ideas here. And it seems everything is okay. And this isn't even the finalized line art. We're just starting here. I don't think we're going to do the sword. I think the sword is kind of a no-go. Alright, take everything and drag it over here. No, not Control Z. Control S. You know what's really funny? Y'all can't even read this most of the time. It's flickering. Y'all can't even read that. Wait, you can. Hold on. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because I flipped the camera. Because I'm smart. I'm real smart. Can y'all still see that? Yeah. See, when you take your time, artworks turn out better. Is it possible to send a link in chat? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I have that disabled. The ability to send links in chat, that is. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'll go to be right back for like a minute or so. Because I need a break. I'll be right back. I won't be long. Be like not that long. Okay, I'll be right back. And now back to Julian Gaming. Alright. Okay. And I have bread and some more water. Okay. So... Oh. Noodle, really? It's a reference, okay? It's what we call a reference. Wait, let me check this real quick. Oh, damn, okay. So... I don't know if I should announce this yet, or if I should say anything. But I have a collab with Mimi Chair planned for the 28th. and we're going to be drawing some stuff together and just overall like that, you know. So, and that's going to be on the 28th, so next week. Next Wednesday. Wait, what? Yes. It's true. It's happening now. I'm not going to say, you know, things could happen and it might get canceled, but I just thought I would put it out there and say that is a plan. One of the plans, at least. I think I should make this a little bit wider. Just a tiny bit wider. Just the teeniest, tiniest bit. Barely even noticeable. So yeah, if you know, get hyped, bro. And I should get my computer hyped. Need to have a little pep talk before the actual stream. I'm like, okay, you're not going to explode this time. You're going to keep it together. And I'm pretty sure it can do it, but there's always the possibility of a fire breaking out in my studio due to computer not wanting to exist anymore. Line art. I always make it one word because I'm lazy. Alright. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I need to bring down the opacity a little bit. Well, that's more than a little bit, but that's fine. Have you heard of a movie called Bionicle: The Mask of Light? Big fan of Bionicle stuff. I have heard of it. Didn't watch it when it came out, but I did watch it when I was little because I was also interested in Bionicle stuff. I watched it once and then never touched it again. But yes, I know about it. I don't know for how long I'm going to stick with the line art thing. You know, I'll do line art for the whole thing, and then I'll kind of not paint over the line art, but do more of a semi-painted style, you know? You have line art, and then the color is painted a little bit. I feel like that would be a cool style to go for. So that means I'm going to go a little bit minimalist on the line art. Alright, I gotta remember I can twist the canvas. But yeah, the digital experience has been significantly better. Whatever that did. Has been significantly better since switching over to an actual display tablet. And I did have something planned for this year, like a stream idea. So here it is, right? It would be called drawing every party member from ... insert the game, you know. And I would just draw every party member from that specific video game. So like Final Fantasy VII, Persona, you know, whatever. And I didn't do it. As you can see, I'm not doing that right now. But I would want to do that like later this year. I think that would be fun. Alright, so I'm going to do that thing where you kind of have the eyebrows showing through the hair, but I'm going to do it extremely light so it, you know, doesn't look like the eyebrows are on top of the hair. You don't want that. Not really. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's supposed to connect to there. Maybe I should draw more gacha characters on stream. Because it means I'm slower. You know, that's probably like the opposite of what every artist here wants to do. Me, I'm like, oh, I need to like slow down so I don't blow everything in 20 minutes on stream. And then other artists are like, God, I spent so long drawing. I can't. I need to get a little bit faster. I need to speed it up. And I'm like, no. Not that I wish to be a slow artist or slow at drawing. But like, there are times when I really, really need to slow down. Because I'm just quick at drawing. Because I've been drawing manga for a while. And I've gotten used to speed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I do have a collab planned with Mimi Chair. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So y'all mark your calendars for the 28th. And whatnot. You know what I noticed? Wait, let me get that reference out of the way. You know what I noticed? That y'all could really see the illumination of this screen here. You know. You know, if you guys watch YouTube drawing tutorials, then y'all probably know about a YouTuber called Draw Like a Sir. If you don't know who he is a German. He's a German. No, but he's a German manga artist. Creator of the series Myth, or at least the artist for the series Myth. And I was watching a video of his, you know, this was a while back when I was learning how to draw. I watched the video of his, and he said in it that when you're drawing hair, or for most lines, you should, you know, when you're doing the sketch and you draw the hair like this, you should try to keep that same speed, you know. Try to keep that same speed that you used to do the initial sketch line in the line art, you know. So it still has that energy. And I'd say, yeah, that's pretty true, but sometimes there are those hairstyles where you just can't do that. Like if I were to go fast on like this, some of these hair strands, it would just look weird. But a lot of the time I'd say, yeah, that's true. That is a good rule of thumb. I don't like that eye. Okay, restart. I'm gonna mirror that. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to take this eye and copy it over here. Not because I'm lazy. But because... I mean, I am kind of lazy. I am kind of lazy, though. No, actually, I'm quite the opposite of lazy. I work hard at everything that I do, at least I think so. and I try my best. Even if my manga turns out kind of meh in places, at least I can say I tried my best, and I worked my hardest at it. I don't know how this will turn out. Like, I know I can do the face confidently, but I'm not quite sure about the rest. But I think it'll be fine. I also downloaded Genshin on my Steam Deck, but I have yet to test it out. But Genshin has been out for a long time, and I'm pretty sure it works just fine on Steam Deck. And, friggin' SteamOS, Linux. Do we have any Windows 11 haters? Fellow Windows 11 haters in chat? Currently present here right now? Yes. Well, I know you hate Windows 11. Because it's just glorified spyware. Like, if you have the ability to not upgrade to Windows 11, you're blessed. Yep, trash. Yeah, it is. I'm using it right now, but that's just because it came on my PC, and I don't like viruses. So I guess I'm just kind of stuck with Windows 11. I would switch over to Linux, but it doesn't have like Clip Studio and other programs that I use a lot. SteamOS is better. Yeah, I mean, at least the Valve gaming operating system isn't trying to take all my information. Bro, just get a Steam Deck to work on, to stream on. I have a Steam Deck, but it's not like I'm going to stream off of it. I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I have OBS installed on the Steam Deck, so I could technically... You don't need a PC. You don't need a PC. You just need a Steam Deck. True. Well, you just said that. I mean, people are like, oh, the ROG Ally X is good, you know, this is an Xbox type of deal. And it's like, no, it's not an Xbox. It's just a glorified handheld PC that runs on freaking Windows 11. Windows 11. We all know how amazing Windows 11 gaming is. I'm sure we're all aware just how great playing video games on Windows 11 is. Or how Windows 11 broke San Andreas in a security update. That was the first and only time that ever happened. And go look it up, it was a big conundrum. I don't know if it's fixed yet, or if it ever got fixed. But that definitely happened. ROG, more like no G. How do her gloves look? Okay, so, huh? Okay, she only has a glove on one hand. But on the other is just a hand. And it turns out this is the glove hand. Like someone was playtesting Red Dead 2 on the ROG, and it was like, you know, they were playing Red Dead 2 at the exact same settings on the ROG and the same settings on the Steam Deck. Who do you think performed better, huh? Who do you think did better? Technically, on paper, the ROG is more powerful than the Steam Deck. It has, you know, I think it has more RAM, it has a better processor, better graphics card, The Steam Deck. Yes, the Steam Deck did do way, way, way better than the ROG. The ROG got clowned on. The only reason why Microsoft said, oh, this is an Xbox, is because they're jealous that they're not getting the sales, or they're not getting anything out of the Steam Deck existing. Got clowned on by you. Yeah, I mean, you seem like the guy that would clown on the ROG. Mira now clowning. Okay. So it's kind of round. It's kind of a round object here. Nope, that's not straight. Okay, I think... But like Proton has to be one of the best things for Linux gaming. Like, I'm not quite sure just exactly what Proton does in its spare time or gaming-wise. But it does something where it, like, emulates a PC desktop environment and fools the game into running on Linux. Like it's on a Windows PC. And it's really cool and hype and interesting. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that the new there. Then I'm gonna take that and bring that in a little bit. So it's like that. But yeah, I might do a Steam Deck stream sometime in the future. Who knows, right? We'll have to see. Because I definitely think it would be fun to set up OBS properly on the Steam Deck and then stream from it, you know? I would have to test my streaming equipment and stuff on it first. Okay, I need to make that roll off the edge. Okay, that's about right. Fun fact, like that guy on YouTube Shorts. Fun fact, in all Lego Hero Factory sets, you can get a hero core and back is a code that you can scan in game to get that character. Oh, kind of like yeah, kind of like a lot of games around that time where they did like, oh, buy the figure and then scan the code and then you can get the guy in the game. Remember that whole toys to life craze? Yeah, that was pretty fun, wasn't it? That totally didn't get old very quickly. When every company had a frickin' Toys to Life IP. Like, geez, Lego had it. Disney had it. It's all to... Skylanders is to blame. You need a second... You need to take out a second mortgage just to play the game. Yeah. I mean, those games, they got pretty... People got pretty burnt out on those very quickly. And with good reason, too, you know. It's like, not everybody has money to spend on 100,000 figurines. How does that design look? Like, there are so many designs here. They're so small. The frickin' little details are so tiny and basically insignificant that, like, you would miss them otherwise. Like the frickin' button, man. That's not right. Okay, I'm going to put a triangle here. And then I'm going to go around it. Okay. Okay, well that's one tiny little insignificant button done. Not super insignificant, but basically not a major deal in the grand scheme of this entire artwork, you know? Oops. Heard of Charlie Brown? I would be worried if I didn't. Of course I have. What do you take me for? A Zoomer? I'm pretty sure everybody has heard of the Peanuts comic strip. And if not, you need to go get your head checked. Rumor is that Lego is making Lego Snoopy. I am pretty sure they would. I mean, have you seen how much money like everybody has made off of Peanuts and stuff like that? That's, of course. Well, I'm glad that I was able to slow down and actually work on the artwork today. You know. But yeah. Alright, let me look at the sleeves, because there's so much detail packed into these characters. To the point where it's painful. Okay. Shave that off a little bit there. Alright, we're not going to add, like, the folds here like this. I'm just going to do, like, the basic, like this here. So I can just add it in the rendering stage. There's a new command in Minecraft. It's called /gone. It makes you disappear. And then he wrote it as if he disappeared. That's funny, isn't it? It's pretty funny. Kind of sniffly. And I sound a little nasally, so I sound like Charlie from Spy Like Friends. Just a little bit. Okay, so there's like a thing here. Hi. Oh, hi. Total Pizzas. That's a funny username. I quite like that one. Well, hello. Welcome in. Get rid of that. Put that back there. Then connect it. And I think that would be about it for that. Save that. There's nothing much more that I'm seeing that could possibly be different. That's not good. Gone, not here, don't talk to. Don't talk to me. Okay. Good for you then. Take the fingers here. Just kidding. Good. That's not the best hand in the world, but it is digital, so that means we can fix it later. But I guess that does make for slight laziness. But, yeah. Okay, we gotta do this now. This is now done. Oh, I gotta drink water. Remember to hydrate. That collar is extremely crooked and I need to fix that. how long we've been going? 2.5 hours. And we barely got anything done. Well, I got my wish. I wanted to slow down on the drawing speed a little bit. You know, so I didn't finish in like 25 minutes. I mean, 25 minutes is an exaggeration, obviously. But not much of an exaggeration. Because I would be done in like an hour and a half. And then I'm just sitting there for the next 2.5 hours being like, yo, what am I supposed to do? What's going on? What's happening? You know. I think if I took this hand and brought it up a little bit. Something like this. A little something like this. Bring that up just a little bit. Nope. The arm anatomy is all off. Like, really off. Happy birthday, Miku. Yeah, I know, it's that Germa meme. Happy birthday, Miku! For me, Jeremy! Okay, I have an idea. We do the age-old trick of taking the arms and putting them behind the back. Yes. It's the age-old trick of laziness. But I think it fits this pose a bit better. The age-old trick. Take arm, put behind body, and hide. In that specific order. Sleeves need to be longer. Like at least down to here. Yep, age-old trick has been done, and I think this will work better. Like, the hand anatomy was all off and whack and goofy looking, so it is a welcome change. Like, it's not that I'm afraid of drawing hands, but it's just the fact that I don't have time. I draw quite a few hands in my manga alone, so that gives me full rights to give up. Now, of course, I'm going to take some artistic liberties with the design because, you know, I'm not one of those artists that can do it perfectly one-to-one. But I can at least try my best to get it as good as I can. Okay. Save. Oops, that was the eraser. Okay, it looks alright. Anyway, how long are we going? 2 hours 34. Well, do you guys think that's long enough today? Do you think that's long enough? Because I think it could be. I think it can be considered long enough of a stream. You know, 3 hours almost. You know, 1 second, let me check this. Okay, guess I can't check that now. Anyways, we had a few difficulties. Had a few not so difficulties. But in the end, I think it'll turn out looking okay. Eventually, right? I mean, I'm not the best at recreating a character one for one, you know, like their outfit and stuff like that, you know, especially gacha game characters. You know, I can do other characters like Street Fighter and whatnot pretty well. But, like, gacha games, those have some really crazy designs that I'm not very well equipped for drawing masterfully. So here on this layer, I'm just going to leave my signature. That's not good. I think that's good enough. And then I think that'll about do it for today's stream. You know, it's been quite a while. So, anyways. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. It was a little bit slower, a little bit different. You know, drawing a gacha game character takes a little while. Quite a little while. And, yeah, so that's about it. That's the end of the week. I hope you all have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. The 28th, next Wednesday, should be a collab with Mimi Chair. Will be a collab with Mimi Chair on Twitch and YouTube. So definitely tune in if you want to see that. See my first collab. So, yeah. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. And I will see you all next time. Bye. And everybody on the YouTube side, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, join my Discord server, and I'll see you all next time.